Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday night, January 10th. No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the December calendar. It's actually January 7th of 2014. We want to welcome everybody to the Karatbars International presentation for tonight, Tuesday, January 7th, 2014. My name is Scott Nelson. I'll be your host here in beautiful Spokane, actually white winter wonderland. We had really our first snow here, measurable snow. I think we got about 2 inches this afternoon, and it's beautiful outside here on an early evening. We hope everybody listening in tonight had a great holiday, Christmas and New Year season. Welcome to 2014 and Karatbars International. We're so excited that you're here because we know so very many people are really, truly preparing for what is happening around the world. I just mentioned earlier before we went live here tonight that it was just announced. I see in the news today that China has announced that it will, in the next 4 months, have its yuan, which is their country's currency. It will then become gold backed, much like the many other countries, including the new world currency, will be gold backed. It's going to be incredible to see exactly what happens now as China has completely pulled away from the US dollar. You probably have heard about the BRICS agreement that was signed many, many months ago between Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. That they made an agreement that all of their future trading together will be done in a new currency, and they have now slowly but surely started to eliminate the US dollar. And of course, China has already signed an agreement with the European Union to also go away from the US dollar in trading with Europe. So it's very exciting to watch what's happening. You know, I've talked to so many people over the last several years, and you start talking to them a little bit about the US dollar and how it's declining in value. In fact, over the last 100 years, the US dollar has lost over 98% of its value. Virtually, it's called a fiat currency. And the reason they call it a fiat currency is back in 1971, the nation under President then Richard Nixon decided to take the U.S. off of the gold standard, which means we now have a currency that's printed on paper, sadly enough, that is actually worth more than the actual currency. So, how does Karatbars International play into what's going on in the world? Well, if you haven't noticed and you haven't looked on the internet, you haven't been reading the emails and watching the videos that I try to send out on a weekly basis, you know that we're in a global financial crisis. It's a mess in every area of our economic situation here and in North America itself, including Canada. But we here in the US are in a major financial meltdown. We see that healthcare is out of control now with the new Affordable Care Act. We see that the 10-year Treasury notes have risen to a 3% yield, which is then in return triggered a jump in the home loan rates of already 1% in just the last 12 months. And it's expected that we could see home loan rates reach between 5 and 8% between 2014 and 2016. The new home loan applications are at a 13-year low. There are 5 million unemployed people here in the U.S. right now who are going to very soon lose their unemployment benefits. It just goes on and on. And then you throw in the US dollar and you start to wonder, what are people that we love and care about, what are they really doing to prepare themselves against what's coming? You look and read. I was watching a video earlier before turning this broadcast on tonight. It was one I just posted it on Facebook by Robert Kiyosaki. You can see his picture here. Robert Kiyosaki has written about 13 different books, including Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and he just got done in 2011 recording a video that, if it was recorded tonight, it couldn't have been more appropriate. He's been following gold and silver, and these people, Robert Kiyosaki and Warren Buffett and Donald Trump and Mike Maloney, Gerald Celente, Jim Sinclair. It goes on, and they're all telling us to exchange our paper investments, our US dollars, our stocks, our annuities, our retirement funds, and exchange those for gold. And it's so important that we do this. You know, one of the things is, if you look at gold over the last 10 years, gold has averaged a yearly increase of 28% in value. Now, you might look at this year and say, yeah, but gold is down about 20% this year. Well, you're absolutely right, because currently gold is manipulated by several things, but the main thing that's manipulating the gold price is that the government for the last several months has been pumping around 75 to 80 billion dollars every month into the economy of the United States, mainly the stock market. So thus you see the Dow Jones Industrial Average up over 16,000. But very, very soon, you're going to see that the quantitative easing that's been going on is going to stop, or it's going to be tapered back. And when they taper it back, I don't know when that's going to happen, but the new director of the Federal Reserve, she's a woman, I can't remember her name, is going to be taking over. She was just sworn in, or not sworn in, but approved by the government yesterday, and she will be replacing Ben Bernanke on the 1st of February. And she's already said that she is going to gradually taper back this infusion of printed phony fiat currency into the stock market. In fact, I was reading an intensive article yesterday, and some of the leading stock experts have said in the next 5 years, we could see the Dow Jones drop all the way down to 4 to 6,000 compared to the 16,000 it's at right now. Now, I'm not telling you that these things are going to happen, but I've always been told the best way to prepare for what we believe, and I believe it with all my heart, is happening right now, is to prepare for the worst and to hope for the very best. That means that when you simply start exchanging your US dollars for pure 24 karat gold bullion, it's also known as gold currency or gold money, you're not going to ever have to worry about the depreciation of the US dollar. Let's take a look a little bit further at Karatbars. First of all, Karatbars is a privately held company. We have our own gold refinery called Degussa, where we refine and purify LBMA 24 karat gold, pure gold, 999.9%. Our our gold is then poured into three different sizes. Our standard size is a 1 gram gold bar. We also have 2.5 grams and 5 gram gold cards. Each gold bar is sealed inside of a plastic card. It's about the size of a credit card. It is stamped, it's certified with an authenticity, which is called a SAID gold, and the hologram is added for extra security. We have a number of different ways you can become a customer. It's absolutely 100% free to become a customer. You can even become a free affiliate, and you can purchase your gold whatever way you want to purchase it. 1 gram at a time, 5 grams at a time, 500 grams at a time. You can buy it one time, you can buy it daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you want. Okay, why gold? Because everything else is getting more expensive. Why? Because the dollar, the euro, the Canadian dollar, all of those currencies are getting worth less. Thus, gold becomes more valuable. Think about it. It's the same for gold, okay? If the US dollar is getting weaker month after month after month, as the financial experts agree it will continue to do, then gold is going to become worth more and more and more. In fact, here's a great comparison. I love this graph. Look what would happen if just 20 years ago you would have taken $300 of your depreciating US dollars and saved it for 20 straight years. If you multiplied 300 times over 12 months times 20, you would have $72,000. That would be physical dollars if you did that and you stuck it under your mattress. Unfortunately, from where you were 20 years ago and where you are today, that $72,000 that you've saved is only going to give you the purchasing power of $56,000. You've lost $16,000 in purchasing power due to something known as inflation. Now, look at the other side of the coin with gold. If you did the same thing, if you started today and you took $300 every month and just exchanged it into gold currency, and over the past 20 years, you would now have $230,000 in gold value. Okay, now that's a lot more than 72, but look at the difference, because that 72 is really only got the purchasing power of 56,000 US dollars. Now you tell me, would you rather be involved with gold, or would you rather stick that US dollar, that depreciating, devaluing dollar, in the bank or underneath your mattress? Why Karatbars? Well, we have now thousands of customers, literally hundreds of thousands of customers, because we're doing business not in 60 countries, we're now in 110 countries. It's a proven concept that we've been using since 2008. It's a privately held company located in Germany, and we mine and refine our own gold. So we are a private company that is a private manufacturer and owners of their own gold mine. Why is this important? Well, if you or anybody you know currently collects gold or silver, most of you would have that in what we would call minted coins. Things like the Krugerrand from South Africa, the Canadian maple leaf, or maybe the silver eagle, or the Austrian Philharmonic. Unfortunately, it's not a good thing for anybody to be holding on to any minted silver or gold coins or bullion, because these are minted by government agencies and government owned mints. Back in 1930 and 1931, the government confiscated all minted coins, both gold and silver. And if a person decided that they didn't want to turn them in, guess what? They were immediately fined $10,000, and they were also given a mandatory 10-year prison sentence. Now, people say to me all the time, well, I'm not going to let them take my silver and gold coins. Okay, so let's just say you didn't. Now, what are you going to do with a 1 ounce piece of gold in 10 years that could be worth $20,000? Let's say you want to go over and buy a month's worth of groceries. Are they going to give you change back for a $20,000 gold piece? Most likely not. But most importantly, what's going to happen is whenever you go into a public environment and present something that is quote unquote owned by the government because it was minted by a US or one of your countries where you live, because we have people in Canada and people in Europe, they're going to confiscate that. And you're not going to get anything for it whatsoever. So I believe this is going to start to happen very quickly. And what you might want to consider doing, if you have silver eagles or American eagles in gold, or any coins that have any mark that they were minted in the country where you purchased them or where you live, I would definitely get rid of them now, very, very soon. and turn those dollars immediately into privately owned Karatbars gold. Or if you really want to be diversified, you can find companies out there that are privately owned. Just make sure that on any gold and any silver, you take physical possession of that. One of the nice thing about Karatbars is that they will store your gold for free until you accumulate enough, and then you can decide whenever you want it. They'll send it to you FedEx, and it's just such a really simple system to use to accumulate a far superior currency. Okay? Um, Now, there's much more. Could you recommend others to do the same? Could you show them or bring them to one of these presentations? Well, we talked a little bit about becoming a free customer. What about becoming a free affiliate? Just imagine how you can help friends, family, and loved ones by telling them about this situation with our government and with the depreciating economy and US dollar. Bring them to one of our live presentations, and when they start to purchase their gold, because you are a free affiliate, every time they buy gold, you're going to start earning a little bit of extra money. And that is just our way of helping people to not only be able to exchange some of their depreciating US dollars for gold, but also a simple and easy way for people to start acquiring perpetual free gold. And for those of you that are listening in and saying, that sounds great, but I want to really earn a lot of extra money so I can increase the amount of Karatbars gold that I can purchase. And I'm going to show you in just a moment a simple 12-week strategy that could yield you an income in just 12 weeks of over $4,000 per week. So stay tuned. We just want you to remember that no matter what your situation is, we have three options for you with Karatbars International. You either get back to the person that invited you and become a free customer and start purchasing gold. And I recommend buying it every day or every week or every month as much as you can. Just swap the dollars that you have sitting in the bank, that you have sitting in the stock market, that you have in a 401k, and start getting out, because if you don't, you're going to get absolutely slaughtered with this financial collapse that is right on the doorstep here in the US, Canada, Europe, and Asia, and it's coming quickly. Okay, so the business is free. You don't have to do anything except sign up for free. There's no monthly fees, there's no sign up fee. If you don't want to earn extra income through our dual compensation, you don't ever have to worry about a startup package. Really, all we ever pay for is gold, and really, we don't really pay for it. That's kind of the aha moment. We simply take something that is depreciating, like the US dollar, and exchange it into a superior currency, which is the Karatbars 1 gram, 2.5 gram, and 5 gram 24 karat pure gold. You can see we're expanding. This is a little outdated, this part of the presentation. We are now in 110 countries of the world, and it's really, really exciting to watch this grow. You simply register for a free Karatbars account at the website of the person that invited you here tonight. You're going to be asked to upload some KYC documentation. That's merely to prove who you are by simply scanning a copy of your driver's license or your passport, along with a recent utility bill or phone bill, something that proves that you live at the address that you say you do. This is a procedure that we use for security and prevents any money laundering that goes on. And then, of course, we recommend purchasing your gold weekly, and obviously contact the person that invited you here, and they'll show you how you can be getting your gold for free. Okay, remember, don't ever forget the numbers. Okay, if you show people that $56,000 in cash, that's purchasing power. If you would have saved $300 a month for 20 years compared to the same $300 per month if you would have started to put that into gold at the very same time, showing a value of over $230,000. Now, let's take a real quick look because I know I'm looking here. We've got a great crowd here tonight, and there are a lot of people here that want more than just some perpetual free gold or just to be able to start a gold savings account. So we want to show you some action steps that you can take that could create a weekly income of $4,500 per week minimum if you follow a simple mathematical example. And that's why I want you to know this is an example. These are projections based on mathematics. Simple. They are dependent on the mathematical examples, the plan as described. And remember, the 12 weeks is in a perfect scenario. It doesn't matter whether it takes you 12 weeks or 52 weeks or 120 weeks. You will be building towards financial security because you're going to be acquiring free gold through Karatbars, and you're going to also be able to start to earn some extra cash, which if you'd like, if you're like myself and Stephanie, we've been with Karatbars now as far as promoting it since Thanksgiving, so just over 6 weeks, and have already received over $5,000 in cash and free gold. And it's getting more and more exciting because we're helping our family and our friends because we're helping them to get rid of their dollars before they're not worth anything. So remember, this 12-week plan is also based on your activity and, of course, the activity of those people that you work with. But we're going to show you a business model here that promotes, encourages, and rewards people like you and I for simply saving the correct way. Harold Seitz, really wonderful man, our founder and CEO, headquartered over in Stuttgart, Germany. We have offices in 10 different countries of the world. Harold's dream was back in 2008 was to start mining our own gold and making it affordable by creating small, affordable weights of gold. That's why we have the 1 gram, 2.5 gram, and 5 gram gold cards of 999.9 London Bullion Market Association gold. We offer delivery immediately if you want it, or if you want to store some until you have enough to kind of offset the cost of sending it from Europe over to your front door via FedEx. They'll store it for you for free. It's completely up to you. And you're going to be rewarded not for spending money, but actually for saving money. And this new 12-week strategy that was just introduced is for people that can put a real focused amount of effort for 90 days and create incredible incomes and a free gold acquisition system that's free, fast, and easy to set up. And we know that there are 4 timeless money secrets. Every economy is dependent on the movement of money. That equals the marketplace. The frequency and volume and velocity of the movement of money reflects its health. We have a system that will help you to capture a piece of the money every time it moves. And most importantly, is teaching you and teaching ourselves to pay ourselves correctly every time money comes in. You know, the movement of money happens when people get paid, when they spend money, when they go to the bank, when they buy goods and services, and when they invest money. Money moves. But the frequency of how often that happens creates velocity. And that's why 5%, the wealthy of the world, control 95% of the wealth because they have a system to capture a little piece every time money moves, and they pay themselves correctly every time that money comes in. So would you be willing to learn these 4 money secret principles and 3 simple new skills? If you are and you're willing to do that, and you can focus a 3-month energy burst of effort, this can literally change your life. Now, these financial skills are based on 3 action plan steps. The first thing, if you're looking to make a lot of money in this 12-week or longer action plan, just depending on the speed that you want to go, you'll start by selecting and acquiring a business marketing package. Secondly, you will move a minimum of 1 gram of gold every single week into your gold savings account. This is the correct way for you to save and move money. And you can see here's a couple of pictures of our cards. The one on the left here is our 1 gram card. The one on the right is our 2.5 gram card. We also have a 5 gram card. And the middle card is our MasterCard, which is our pay card. Step number 3 is finding just 2 other people in your first week if you're trying to make all of this happen in the first 12 weeks. And find just 2 others that want to do the same thing. And if that happens, and if everybody does the same thing, you can see the potential for your monthly income, your compensation range that you and your team could make is absolutely amazing. Between $15,000 and $136,000 a month. That's because we're using the principles of compounding and leverage. You know, the old saying, a penny doubled every day for just 31 days. Doesn't sound like it will be a lot of money, but you realize that it would be worth over $10 million in just 31 days. So the system is simple. Follow these simple steps. Remember, there's 3 different ways for you to get involved with Karatbars. There's no cost for you to become a customer or an affiliate, but if you want to really earn quickly and open up our dual compensation program, which will pay you 7 different ways, then you would be required, if you want to do that, you don't have to acquire a package, a bronze package, silver package, gold package, VIP package, or our exclusive VIP packages. There's a price that each and every person can afford. If you just want to get started and you want to buy gold and maybe you want to tell a few family and friends about it, just enroll as a free affiliate. You don't have a 7 different ways to earn extra income, but isn't it nice to know that you can help others earn a little bit of extra money each and every month by doing that? Every time they buy some gold through the unilevel compensation, you'll receive some commission. If you want to be paid 7 different ways, of course, you'll want to definitely acquire one of these packages because it will open up a whole world to you and your family. You'll then have the financial principles of compounding and leverage working for you. And then the third step is going to be to make sure that you pay yourself 1 gram of gold minimum. Now, many of our team are buying 3 or 4 or 5 grams a week, but that's completely up to you. Just commit to buying 1 gram of gold every week. You simply make money by moving your worthless fiat paper currency, retirement funds, IRAs, and annuities, along with your pension plans that are not going to be worth anything very soon, and move it into real gold money, 1 gram or more. And then, of course, in your first week, do your best. If you want to, it's going to take you 2 weeks or 4 weeks or 6 weeks. Don't worry about it. You're going to make the money. It's just not going to get you there in 12 weeks. But find 2 people that have the same mindset. And by working together as a team, everybody does the same thing. And here's some examples. If you look at our digital bronze package, which is $135, that's a one-time fee. You're going to be getting some incredible discounts on your gold purchases, some great brochures, and look at the opportunity in your 6th week. You're going to be earning enough money where your gold each and every week is going to become free. But look at the income potential at week number 12 if you and your team followed this system to the T. You'd be earning over $4,400 per week. You jump up to the silver package, which is $350. It's a little bit better and more exciting because your income increases with each package. Don't forget that you can upgrade at any time you want from package to package. So let's say you start at the silver package and you want to upgrade to the gold. You just go ahead and pay your upgrade, and your income will increase because your cycle bonuses increase. Your perpetual gold will become larger and larger. You'll get more and more for free every month. And of course, your income, as you can see here with the silver package, jumps to $17,250. Look at the gold package, the $800 level, jumps all the way up to $25,875 per week. And then, of course, our VIP package, which is by far the most popular, and this maxes out the compensation plan, at least on the cycle bonuses at $34,500 per week. Now remember, all the accounts with Karatbars are free. We simply provide you with the sound gold savings plan and a system to do it. Every time paper money moves into gold money, guess what? You're getting paid. That's the aha moment, because that's when you really understand that we're not really spending our money, because our money, our dollar bills, are depreciating at between 1% and 1.5% each and every month, right? So we're simply getting out of something that's going into the toilet, because literally fiat paper money has no value. There's nothing backing it. It's intrinsically worthless, and gold will always have incredible value. So what do you need to do? Well, you want to enroll. So whoever invited you here, either call them or email them, and they will get you the proper website for you to go in and you create your free account. You can become a free customer, a free affiliate, or you can want to get involved with the 7 different ways we get paid with our dual compensation plan. And that will require you to purchase one of the 5 packages we talked about. And of course, that opens the vault. That's the key to the kingdom financially. And then you want to make sure you start to move your money into a minimum of 1 gram each and every week. Now, every Friday, every single Friday, if you are part of the dual compensation, which means you bought a package, you're going to have your commissions loaded onto that gold MasterCard on a weekly basis. If you are going to just become a free affiliate and refer your friends, relatives, and neighbors and allow them to buy gold with you once a month, at the end of each month, everything is tallied up, and usually by the 10th or 15th of the following month, you will get your unilevel compensation, and that will give you money that will also be loaded right on to that gold MasterCard. Okay, so it's simple to do. Okay, let's look at the, oops, where did I go here? Okay. The first money movement activity is acquiring your package. You can see 135 for the bronze, 350 for the silver, 800 for the gold, and 2000 for the VIP. Remember, your package determines your compensation level. And let me show you what I mean. Here's a great example of one of our cycles. Every time somebody buys gold or joins as a paid member or purchases gold, whenever they purchase it, you're going to start to acquire units. And part of our dual compensation will give you these incredible cycle bonuses. And every time you cycle, it will be based on the package that you purchased. Because remember, free affiliates do not get part of our dual compensation. They only get paid one way, and that is in our unilevel compensation. But you can see that if you are a silver member, you're going to get paid 40 euros, which is about 55 US dollars every time you or anybody else creates units, where there's 50 units on one side and 25 on the other. Doesn't matter who brings them in. I'll give you a great example. I've cycled 5 times in the last 2 days. I'm a gold member, so I earn about 75 US dollars for every cycle. And I also had some direct sale commissions today. In just the first 2 days of this week, I've earned over $600. And I've only been a member of Karatbars, using Karatbars now for about 6 weeks. If you are a VIP member, your cycle bonus will jump all the way up to 80 euros, which is about $110 per cycling. We have people on our team upline that are cycling over 100 times per day. Because remember, the cycle bonus isn't based on what you do, it's what your downline organization does. And of course, in our dual compensation, the way our team is growing, I think we're almost up to 160 members in just the last 4 weeks. And because of that, there's a lot of people that are acquiring a lot of spillover. The second money movement activity is, remember, just to pay yourself a minimum of 1 gram of gold each week. Very simple to do. I'll show you my website and show you just how easy it is. The third movement is to find 2 other people that want to do exactly what you just did. You signed up for free. If you're part of the 12-week or whatever weeks it's going to be, you purchased a package. And then, of course, you started to save 1 gram minimum per week. How simple does it get? You just team up with 2 others that will do what you do. And when everybody does exactly the same thing and you work together as a team, you're putting money into the bank. We call it move money into savings. Well, in our case, we're moving gold into savings and get paid every single Friday morning. Now, I want to show you a really great website. You want to write this down. It's karatbarstv.com. And let me go ahead here. I've got it up here. This is a really great website for those of you that really want to get an understanding of the new international gold money we're talking about here tonight. Go to Karatbars TV. It's right here at the top of the screen. This will explain the 12-week plan if you're going to be purchasing a package with us and joining our team. I highly recommend it, by the way. We have people that have never made a dime in network marketing that are earning hundreds of dollars in their first few weeks and free gold in just 4 to 6 weeks using the 12-week plan. We have training. We also have a full explanation. If you want to see the comp plan, just click on that comp plan and then come here to Karatbars pay plan, and incredible video description of the 7 different ways that we get paid through the dual compensation. I'll tell you, they put up home bonuses, car bonuses, vacations. They had a special promotion that started on the 15th of November and it ends on the 15th of January. And I'll tell you, Steffi is going to be so surprised. She doesn't know it, but I won her a tablet PC computer as part of the prize. We've got some great promotions coming up for those of you that are getting started. We're doing the great gold giveaway at the end of January, starting on the 20th of January. We're going to be giving several thousands of dollars of free Karatbars gold away to our guests that come to our nightly. We're going to do 10 nights of we call it our Gold Rush giveaway promotion. We're going to be promoting it all over Facebook and Twitter and on different internet advertising sites. When people hear that by simply attending a 45-minute presentation, they can win free gold, we expect to max out our 100 seats that we have available. In fact, if we max it out the first night, I'll go ahead and increase it to 500 seats because we want everybody to get a huge amount of spillover and activity with Karatbars. So this is a great site, Karatbars TV. You can come here and you can register for the, let's go back here to Karatbars TV. You can come here. Here's a program overview. You can review it as you wish. There's also a place here where you can register. The company does 15 webinars every week. You can come down here. You can enter the webinar room. They're live daily at 12 noon Eastern time and 9 p.m. That's 7 days per week. There's also the Breakfast Club, which is training at 10:45 Eastern time, Monday through Friday. You just click down here on entering the room and you can get some training. Just Karatbars does such a wonderful, wonderful job of providing us all of the information so people can see. Here's the picture of the 5-gram cards, the new 2.5-gram cards, and over here is the 1-gram card. We call it True Money. Everybody else, I mean, when you join as a free customer, affiliate, or a dual compensation member, you're going to be given 3 websites. This is our main site right here. It's an attractive site. You can just come back here and you can go to your account. I'll log in here and I'll show you how simple it is to buy gold. Go here, log into my account. And then it will take you back into your dashboard. And you can see here, it shows you your dual compensation earnings for this week. You can see these are all in euros, which is about, let's say, 417.29 euros is about 550, almost $600 in dual commissions this week. Pending from last week is another 205.36 euros. So you can see almost 700 euros in the last 9 days. And I haven't even been in town. I was back in Denver for Christmas. You can see our total affiliates now. These are not customers. Actually, we have 159 affiliates, and I have 2 customers I personally have registered. And when you want to purchase your gold, you just come up here to product purchase and then drop down here to classic gold cards. And when you click on that, you'll see that it will show you the 3 different quantities. Here's the 1 gram card, currently about $64 per gram. 2.5 gram cards, $141.52. And the 5 gram cards, which is the best way to buy it because it's $251. So it's about $50 per gram if you buy the 5 gram card. If you buy one, it saves you about $14 per gram when you buy it in the 5 gram. So what I do is I have a position, and then I signed up Stephanie underneath me. So I buy a 1 gram card every week for me and a 1 gram card every week for Steffi. And then when I get paid on my MasterCard, I go in and about 50 to 60% of what I'm earning, I'll buy 5 gram cards because it's less expensive per gram. And I buy all of that under Stephanie's position because when I buy it through her position, since I sponsored her, I also get paid commissions on the sale of our own gold, which is a great and tremendous advantage. All right, so what should you be doing at this point in time? Well, focus a 12-week burst of energy and get in the money and get your free gold. Remember, get in, get started, and get committed for just 90 days. If it takes you longer than 90 days to get to, say, $4,500 a week or $15,000 a week, so be it. You're going to be earning money each and every week, and you're going to be acquiring free gold. So you really, really need to put a focus on what you're going to do in order to change your life. Because the people that aren't doing anything right now, they're just sitting there going, "Oh, the economy's going to get better. Oh, it's happened before." Listen, you can do whatever you want. I'm not here to tell you as if I know a date and a time, but for the last 7 years, I've been following what's been going on. Okay. And I know what's going on. I'm just telling you that we've been preparing for this. And Stephanie and I feel that we are called to warn as many people as we can. And they have to make a decision themselves on what they're going to do. Are they going to choose to take action? I can't make you or anybody else take action. Okay. But I'm going to tell you this, there's a lot of people, maybe there's some of you on this call tonight that have money in the stock market and you think, oh, the economy's doing great because the market's at 16,000. I'm going to tell you that couldn't be further from the truth. Because if you just go into YouTube and start digging around and start listening to the Donald Trumps and the Robert Kiyosakis and the Gerald Celentes and the financial experts, most of those are going to tell you minimum the stock market's going to crash by 30% sometime in the next 1 to 2 years. Okay? So if you decide, hey, Scott, I want to stay in the stock market because I've made so much money, that's great. But at least protect yourself. It's called hedging. You want to hedge against this collapse that's coming. We're hedging by getting out of US dollars. We only keep in the bank enough to pay our monthly overhead. There's never even an extra dollar because I just heard very, very reliable information is that there is going to be a massive um, confiscation of pension funds, retirement funds, and 401ks. If you don't believe that it could happen here in the US, why don't you talk to the people in Cyprus, Zimbabwe, Portugal, Spain, Argentina, all these countries? In fact, just a few weeks ago in Poland, they closed the banks for 2 weeks. And I just read today that they took 10% out of every dollar that was in the bank accounts. And you have no choice. Remember what happened in Cyprus not too long ago? 6 months ago, they came in and stole 82% of every dollar in the Cyprus bank accounts. This is going to happen in the US. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. So if you hedge, you can just prepare for the very worst and hope and pray for the very best. You're never going to be hurt by moving your money into pure 24 karat, privately produced, that's the key, gold bullion. So, what should you do at this point in time? My goodness gracious, get back to the person that cared enough about you to get you on this webinar tonight, right? That's the first thing. Then you're going to get enrolled for free. You just tell that person, hey, Scott, I just want to be a free customer, or hey, Scott, I want to be a free affiliate, or hey, Scott, if you'll work with me and help me and produce the numbers, this team is growing like wildfire. I want to purchase a package and start to earn my gold for free and lots of it. Then you'll want to purchase one of those 5 packages to get started. It's that simple. And then simply share the news, not you trying to sell somebody something. Ask them a simple question. Say, hey, Chuck, I don't know if you've heard what's happening to the US dollar. Have you been following the economy here and the problems that we're having with the healthcare system and the banking system and the US dollar? Did you know that the dollar's lost 98% of its purchasing power in just the last 100 years? What are you doing, Chuck? What are you doing to protect you and your family? And Chuck's probably, if he's like 97% of people in America and abroad, is probably going to say, well, nothing. I got my money in the stock markets and I got a IRA and I've got a pension. You got to let them know what's going on. I mean, if Chuck is my brother or a good friend, the last thing I want is Chuck's blood on my hands. And, in the Bible, in the book of Ezekiel, I believe it's chapter 33, that back in the Old Testament days, they had watchmen on the wall and they would warn people. They would be prophets, they would be seers, and they would warn Israel about what was coming. The Lord would come to these prophets and speak to them through the Old Testament scrolls and through visions and visitations from angels, and they would warn people. And it says in Ezekiel 33 that if you know of a warning that is going to come true, and all you have to do is listen to the experts, we know it's coming, and you go to those people and warn them. If I go to Chuck and I tell Chuck about this, and Chuck chooses not to do anything, and 2 years from now, the US dollar is dead and gone, and he's lost everything, and he's living in his car, the blood of Chuck is not going to be on my hands. That's what it says in the Bible. If you warn somebody and they don't take action, then don't worry, the blood of that person is no longer on your hands. But if you know this information, and I didn't tell my friends like Chuck or Bonnie or Eunice or Dawn or Denver or these people, if I wasn't doing this, guess what? It would be just the opposite. The blood of my dear friends, family members, and relatives would be on my hands. So that's the passion that Stephanie and I have. And I hope this has made good sense to you. And if you have any questions right now, and there are no dumb questions, just lift your hand. There's a little hand signal there. You have to have a microphone so we can hear you. And if you want to just click on the hand there and raise your hand, I'll try to unmute you and we can go ahead and do everything possible to get your question answered. So are there any questions tonight that anybody has? Just go ahead and raise your hand. If you do, there's no reason to think that it would be a dumb question because I'm kind of a dumb answer bearer. So I don't have a lot of answers. In fact, there was a great question last night from one of our people, and she asked me a question about the compensation plan, and I really honestly couldn't answer it. So I'll do the best I can. If anybody has any questions, just go ahead and raise your hand, and we'll get it answered. Anybody at all? Now, many of you too, I want you to say, and Gene, I'm going to get right with you there, is that you're doing other things. I know that Kelly, my dear friend Kelly and George are listening in or watching tonight. This is a plan that is not to interfere with any businesses or your work schedule, anything that you're doing. This is just a plan for you to start protecting yourself and your family. So if you are involved with another network marketing company or you are just too busy, and that's why we have free customers. That's why we have free affiliates. You don't have to get in there to try to build a business out of this. It's great. It's simple to do, and I don't think there's any better timing. But anyways, just be aware of that. So let's go out and see if we can get Gene. Gene, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Gene.
I'm sorry, it's actually Joseph. I registered. This
Oh,
is Joseph.
okay. Hi, Joseph.
How you doing?
Good.
I didn't have to listen to most of the webinar in my car, but is there a link where we can actually go and look at the compensation plan in more detail, kind of without the, in other words, on our own time?
Oh, absolutely. Just go to, let me see here real quick. I'm going to mute you back out, and then I'll answer that question. Yes, that's a great question. If you go to Karatbars payplan.info, okay, that's Karat, K-A-R-A-T, bars with an S on it, Karatbars payplan.info, info. That has a full explanation and video of the entire compensation plan. Joseph. Did that answer your question okay, Joseph?
Yes. One of the questions I was going to ask is, you talked about investing or how the money moves by you, I guess, paying weekly into, if I understand it right, you're buying weekly into the gold currency.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah. If Joseph, if you want to participate in the dual system, I have that up on the screen right now, where you get paid 7 different ways, then what you'll want to do is purchase a minimum of 1 gram per week. If you were going to be going at it a little slower rate, then make sure that you purchase. I mean, obviously, it's the best way is to purchase a gram every week because it's affordable, about $64. So it's like a savings plan. You're sticking it away. Now, if you get paid once every 2 weeks, then try to buy 2 grams at a time. Okay, just try to buy 4 grams a month, but try to buy it every week because it's easier on the budget that way. So I hope that answers the question. Now, for those of you that are just going to become free customers, there's no requirement. You could buy gold once a year if you wanted to. Now, there is one requirement for a free affiliate. That's somebody that does not purchase the marketing package because they're giving you the free 3 different websites. You're getting it for free. There's no monthly hosting fees. They do require you to purchase 1 gram of gold every month. So 1 gram minimum per month if you are a free affiliate. But if you open the dual compensation plan and you want to, try to work on that 12 weeks to $4,500 per week minimum, then you'll want to purchase 1 gram minimum per week. But remember, Joseph, too, and I didn't mention it, that at week number 4 as a silver, a gold, or a VIP member, if everything was done the way it was supposed to be, you would no longer be reaching into your pocket. You would be actually earning perpetual free gold. As a bronze member, that would happen in 6 weeks in a perfect scenario. So great questions. Thank you, Joseph. Any other questions? I don't see any other hands, but if you have any question, just raise your hand right now. We want to make sure that we don't miss anybody. If you haven't raised your hand, please do so. If you have any questions, there are no dumb questions. And we will have another webinar tomorrow. We're going to be really pushing this. Steffi and I are going to be traveling over next week. The reason we're starting our Gold Rush Go Gold giveaway on the 20th of this month is that we'll be gone from the 15th until the 20th. So this week we'll be doing another presentation tomorrow, another presentation on Thursday, and then probably Monday and Tuesday next week. And then there'll be no presentations for 5 days until we kick off the free gold giveaway that's coming up from the 20th till the 31st of this month. All right, last call for any questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand or forever hold your peace. Don't forget that tomorrow, again, we will have another presentation at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 o'clock Pacific Time. And for those of you that are on my mailing list, you get the invitations automatically. If you are not on my email list and you'd like to be, all you need to do is send an email to Spokane Gold Rush at gmail.com. And Spokane is spelled Spokane, Spokane Gold Rush at Gmail, and I can add you to our list. Any other questions? Just raise your hand. This will be your last call, so if you have any questions, please raise your hand at this time, and I'll answer it if I can. Anybody else? Okay, I guess maybe I either did a really bad job or I did a good job, but I want to encourage you to get back right away to the person. If you're going to be coming into the dual system, it's going to be really exciting for you because of the anticipation. We expect to have another 500 members that join us over the next 6 months. Of course, in the dual compensation, there's a lot of potential for some spillover in the dual level compensation. And we already see a lot of people that are earning hundreds of dollars every week right now just on the spillover and the growth of their team. So you'll be in a very good position, especially the way that we're promoting this now. And of course, with the economy changing rapidly, there's more and more openness to what we're doing. People are really anxious to hear more. So I guess that will do it for tonight. God bless everybody. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you at the top with Karatbars. See you tomorrow night, 8 p.m.